Opening tap into the hands of Mizzou, and we are underway here at Colonial Life Arena.
Player to player, and watch Abby Schreck, number 23, is matched up with Medina Okot.
Good job on the glass as McKeer gets out. Just because you asked if I'm going to cry, I'm going to make sure I don't, because she's got that Philly toughness.
But
Dawn and Raven sharing some laughs during the pregame ceremony.
one thing for Mizzou is that they will take shots in transition because it's high percentage, but otherwise they want to minimize possessions in this game.
For the personal foul. Kelly, if you can believe that, overall as a head coach. By Sotel.
And now you see that it's been switched. Slaughter is matching up with Medina Okot.
Raven Johnson 5 for Mizzou. They'll dress 9 because of the injuries. Jordana Reisma is out again, and Slaughter drops it in from deep. Do well for this Missouri team, and they asked her to do a lot. Good fight inside. The rebounding is going to be a huge issue tonight.
And one thing Mizzou is working on today is 3 players getting back. Every time a shot went up, they're so worried about South Carolina in transition.
McKeer was the follow-up. She could not. Slaughter turns it over, and here's Latson. Has Edwards on her left, and Latson gets called for the offensive foul.
Don't let players get to the screens. Seeing the defensive players get over the top of so many screens already for Mizzou.
Latson, beautiful feed to Okot. 18 assists a game. That's their first tonight. Slaughter will try another 3. They'll pull a lot of threes. They took 44 half a game.
And I asked Kelly Harper about that today, and she said, if they're open, we need to take them. And the percentages show that this is a Mizzou team that's very capable of getting hot from deep.
Latson for Okot. Okot not done.
First dribble penetration.
Latson drops it back. Okot has shown good touch from the outside, and this time a deep 2. Edwards kicks it out to McDaniel. Edwards tries to spin on Slaughter. Good take. McDaniel saw the pass coming, knocked it away. McDaniel's playing with a ton of confidence, and will have a chance at a double check and triple check, thinking like, oh, maybe I need to change my prescription because the type is too small. 70. She kept it alive for Latson, who will go to the free throw line. Edwards, little awkward collision. Welcome to Columbia. We welcome those of you who watch Florida in the SEC. South Carolina down a key player here today. Tessa Johnson starting. South Carolina, the junior, 4th on the team in scoring. Number 1 when it comes to three-point impact, what South Carolina wants to do.
Well, I'm wondering if it might have changed what Kelly Harper was thinking about in terms of the zone, because that's one less shooter on the floor.
And Raven Johnson, the 4 honored here on the regular season home finale for South Carolina, the number 1 seed coming up in the SEC tournament. A win here tonight, they will be the outright SEC champ.
Carolina does not want to share.
The only thing they want to share is assists to their teammates. They don't want to share titles, that's for sure. Good feed inside, and Slaughter's got another bucket. Front court, back to Tyler.
And so you see how Mizzou spreads the floor, 5 out. That's how Grace Slaughter continues to be able to get downhill.
South McDaniel needs help. Edwards, crafty.
Grace Slaughter having
to leave the court. 2nd in the SEC in minutes per game at 36. Latson, the feed to Edwards. That's the kind of sharing they're willing to do. Shot clock is off. Mizzou will hold for 1. Tipped away. McDaniel's got a steal and a hard foul. And a very short break on the bench. Foul's going to be called on Jayla Smith, who came over to defend Alicia Turnabes, who will go to the free. Smith, who played the last 4 seasons at Purdue, but just a couple of games last year. She's been back. About this Missouri team that someone hasn't been battling injuries all season long.
Experienced veterans returning to this ball club, and nonetheless a true point guard and a true 5 player. And so they had to readjust everything they were going to do. And then
Timeout, 10 points in the first quarter against the Tigers of her 14. The LSU Tigers were in rebounding margin.
And it's something to note, Grace Slaughter, for the better part of her career, I've noticed about Mizzou, does not matter the score. This coaching staff is coaching every possession, every player nonstop. We saw that with the flagrant one on Tyler.
First points for Shannon Dow, second on the team in scoring at 15 a game. Raven Johnson with the first points of the second quarter for South Carolina. A couple of free throws. So Tell went down. Three-pointer is good.
In the air to the first person, they'll either give up the 3 like we just saw, or they're going to have straight lines to get the offensive rebounds.
Cut on the cut to the basket. And that's been the case here, but you have to be in the fight for as much as you can. And we're seeing that Missouri fight here in the second quarter, but just too much size for the South.
It's subtle, but Raven Johnson blows up the handoff and then won't let her get to the dribble. I mean,
Dow misses everything. South Carolina 3 of 14 from the field here in the second quarter. And Mizzou,
they sagged off the dribble penetration. She stopped and popped.
Mizzou has outscored South Carolina 12-7 here in the quarter. Tough angle for Latson.
And they can switch from man to the zone and from the zone to the man per possession.
Edwards finds a little bit of a crease and scores. Good feed, Latson. Good help defensively coming in for the block from Vincent. But Edwards sticks with it. Thompson gets by Raven Johnson. Nice job by Lisa Thompson. Streak at one point in SEC play. Included a win on the road in Starkville. Works out for them, and they are certainly hopeful that they will be a part of the WBIT. Hopes to keep playing basketball into March after the SEC tournament.
Well, and I think when you're building a program, that postseason experience is so important. And I can't say enough of the injuries. This team has continued to get better. And like I said, there hasn't been a game where they have stopped playing hard. They've just been undersized.
Look at McDaniel. Up quickly to Latson. Finds Edwards spinning inside.
Switch by Dowda.
Three-pointer from the freshman. Rika timeout.
Well, credit Grace Slaughter with the dribble penetration that pulled Toman's defender to open it up.
Latson with the answer. Final minute of the second quarter. Latson follows her miss, and she earns a trip to the free throw line.
But a lot of times it's also leading to second chance opportunities because of the rotation off of that dribble penetration.
Ocott with 12 points and 7 boards. Joyce Edwards leading South Carolina in scoring with 17. Tania Latson
picked up the point guard, and they had no one to pass to.
Ocott says, "That's mine," takes it away, gives it to Raven Johnson. 4-3. Second chance points, 24-0. South Carolina. That's a 3 for Jayla Smith. Latson to Edwards. Good catch in the finish.
I think Latson was surprised.
To go along with their 12 points. 19 points for Edwards. Dow, good little pass fake to get the opening for 2. And the timeout's going to be...
That they will get better throughout their tenure.
Rebound by Ocott gives her 10. It's a 6th straight double-double in the 19th of this season. Shrek on the other end. $50 for the season as Latson gets a hand in there and then comes back the other way looking for the 2. Getting it and a chance for 3. So Tell picks up her 3rd personal. She goes to the bench. And Tania Tyler comes back on. First half. Shrek with the quick release in the corner. Latson over the top to Okot. We talked about it earlier. Grace Slaughter is playing the 5. It is not her player on the floor right now for Missouri is playing against 6'6" Okot, and if she comes in, 6'7" Turnabes. There's Slaughter.
Taking any disadvantage and turned it into her advantage on the offensive end.
Edwards gets inside Shrek for 2.
Again, Shrek already the 3 fouls and then.
Three-point shooting hasn't been great for South Carolina. 25 jersey framed, presented to her. 5 years here at South Carolina. As out of the timeout, Mizzou gets another.
Easier it is for a coach when you have a point guard like Raven Johnson, who's consistent, who plays both ends of the floor. It's been for
before the game, you know, there's been some losses in her career that have stuck with her, that had a team and big smile on her face, but it has not been easy at times. So she's had to fight through a lot in these 5 years.
It's unfortunate for student athletes in this day and age. It's made me stronger. And I can't say enough about this young lady's character. She's always put the team first. But I got to tell you, she's one of
from beyond the arc here in this third quarter. 6 of 9 on threes after the Dowell triple. Edwards, another 2. She's got 23.
That was a great read by Tolman to cut back door.
Mizzou has outscored South Carolina 24. Bill Lawrence could say whatever he wants.
Free throw line and definitely getting hot from 3 here in this third quarter.
Johnson. Kick to the corner. Three-pointer is good. Maddie McDaniel.
Back screen there to get Data, a lob over the top. Well defended by Mizzou.
McDaniel hits again. Maddie McDaniel.
He just keeps getting better and better as this season progresses.
Deep 2 in Mizzou. McDaniel for McKeer. Tornabes on the turnaround. Will go to the line to shoot a couple. South Carolina, this quarter qualifies. No one has scored more points in a quarter against South Carolina High. Vandy went for 28 in the second quarter. Big difference in the game is that first quarter where South Carolina put 30 on the matchup, 7 on the shot clock. Tyler, that'll quiet the crowd.
And that was a smart.
McDowell will try again. This time it stays down. Slaughter's got it back. Tornabes on the closeout, not in time, and Slaughter scores again. It's here on the road, especially in that third quarter when they put 31 on the board. Most of the team has scored against High is 17. Chance to match it. Okot with 7 on the shot clock. Blocking foul is called.
Anytime there's an entry pass.
Latson unselfish. Tornabes couldn't get it, but Okot's got the follow.
There.
Okot takes it at Slaughter for 2 more. State, and now for 1 season, the 2 former high school teammates are college teammates. Okot inside.
I know Raven's got her eyes set on an SEC championship out of Greenville as well as a national championship.
McDowell trying to cut through traffic as we approach 4 minutes to go.
But Latson led the country in scoring a year ago. She's worked.
As South Carolina has hit 100 again. Latson in trouble, but knows how to get out of trouble. How about the confidence?
They just have not quit. Injuries, Shrek leaves the game. It has not mattered. They continue to battle.
Raven. Okot for a career high. We've gotten the sense here that she has quickly become a fan favorite here in Columbia.
I think
Raven Johnson trying to close out senior day the best way she knows how. To be looking for a way to get Raven out of this game. Here's 3 on the way. Count it. McDowell. They stand alone. Regular season champions outright in the SEC.
Players and fans. A lot of people wrote them off when Chloe Kitts went down. They